All right, I think I'm live. So good evening. Welcome to Family Showdown. I'm Rebecca. Hunter is not here. He is in Panama. And so you are dealing with just me this evening, hopefully, assuming that I got the internet working. So I'm going to probably be a little slow for a second here as I'm watching this and making sure that I took good notes and that I have you guys running and you can see me. I'm hoping that that's the case. If you can't hear me, please let me know because I'm trying that right now. I think I have the settings right. I usually take really good notes, but the question is whether or not I actually went through my checklist correctly. So, anyway, I hope you all are having a good evening. I am mostly just testing this tonight, but I wanted to chat for a little bit if anybody was wanting to chat. And also, I figured we could do something, we'll call it Rebecca's Random Review. And I'll tell you about that in a minute once I see. Yay! Okay, thank you, James. It looks like it's working. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope so. So, oh my goodness. All right. I think we actually have stuff. Is the screen blurry to you guys? Because it looks a little bit blurry to me. Yay! Thanks, guys. Yay! Test already A+. Good. Okay. Thank you guys for being my guinea pigs. I appreciate that. I'll give you a minute to get that question through. I want to know about the fuzziness on the camera. Because it looked clear on my testing, but when we go live, it doesn't look as clear. And that makes me a little bit crazy. Yeah, it looks clearer on my screen than it does on the live screen, which is strange to me. And I made sure the lighting was good enough, but I'm about to make it crazy. All right, we're going to test one thing. Since you guys are being such wonderful guinea pigs, I'm going to try something. All right. So, I'm going to turn on some crazy lights here. All right. Let's see about that. Okay. I'm going to try this. It is a bit out of focus. Okay. Oh, that drives me crazy. And it doesn't look like it's focusing on anything closer that I can tell. Let me see. All right. The light's a little bit better. Let's see if that makes it better. I've disappeared. Yeah, I'm watching the stream here and it's still looks fuzzy. Huh. All right. Well. A little blurry. Hello. We'll blame Hunter. Yeah, my techie's not here. I'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so let's see. All right. Sorry, I did this kind of short notice before I could prep a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't have a whole lot of anything exciting lined up tonight. But I did want to kind of have a little discussion with you guys. Blame the kid. Nah, the kids are asleep. I would blame the kids for the fuzzy video, but if anything, I should blame the pets. Honestly, because they've been tearing through the house like crazies. The ducks, yes, exactly. But, let's see here. Why don't we do this? First person to give me a number from 1 to 30. Someone give me a number from 1 to 30. And while I'm waiting for the answer, Hunter's flight was good. He got there and without incident. And in fact, he said customs was easy, but I think the way back is where he's going to have the exciting customs experience. And he got to go sightseeing because their Monday was Labor Day and got to see a bunch of stuff, which was pretty awesome. So, very exciting. He got to do some touristy stuff and go look at the locks and take pictures. So, it's pretty exciting. And his first day of work with his team went really well. All right, I'm waiting. Where's my number, 1 through 30? I'm waiting. If I don't hear a number, 1 through 30, I'm going to roll some dice. I've got random dice. All right. I haven't heard one. All right, I'm going to pick 2 dice. Let's see. We got a dice tower one and a false con. Oh, 24. There we go. Perfect. All right. Okay. All right, 24 was the first one. And now, let's see here. Pick a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 4. We're picking a totally random game. 1 and 4. I'll give you a minute for that because it'll take a second. Okay, 1 and 4. I'm waiting. I'm checking numbers. Okay. 1 and 4. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. 11. 1 through 4. Dan. Yeah, oh, I forgot to ask Hunter how to change the response time. Dang it. So, all right, 3 wins. All right, so that's our random game. Our random game today. Ooh, all right. Our random game today is Eminent Domain. First of all, I'm curious how many of you have played this and like this. I have only played this a handful of times now, but I find it pretty fun. Again, space theme, so pretty awesome, right? And this one is a deck building game. I'm going to go ahead and open this up since we're doing a random review. Thought it was Vampire Radar. You know what? He said the game store that was at the mall he was going to go to had moved because he was excited because he had found a board game store, but it wasn't anywhere near where he was going now because it moved, so he's very sad. That's pretty funny. All right. So, anyway, some of the elements to this game, I like some of the stuff. You've got, this is your basic board, and it's got the different types of cards on it, okay, for those of you that haven't seen that. You've got some little chits with the victory points on it. You've got some tokens, and then you've got these awesome little plastic ships, which hopefully you can see them the way the camera's being fuzzy. Go from there. Okay. So we have these. And you've got this deck building game. It's 2 to 4 players. Lasts about 45 minutes. I don't know. I want to say it seemed like it lasted longer to me. But I think we played with the full 4 players. And we had a lot of new players. And I think that makes a huge difference. Because if you get a whole bunch of people that haven't played it before, you know, obviously you have that lag time. But you have people that play it a lot. You can fly through this game. Because you can do your turn, boom, move on to the next person. Kind of like Dominion. And you've got different planets that you can go for. It's really interesting because it's action-based cards. So when you have politics cards, for example, you're removing this card from the game, and you take a roll card from the stacks in your hand. So there's all about collecting different cards that give you different actions, and those different actions give you different, like the tokens are for the different pieces, the resources. I'm so good with the terms tonight. And they help you get the different resources and things like that, and blah, blah, blah. You're earning your way to victory points. But so it's fairly standard as far as what you have to do as a deck builder game. But I like the different ways, you know, that you have specific cards give you specific actions. The artwork's really cool on them. I'm hoping you can see this. And yes, you know what? You're right. It does go with the shirt. Thank you. Yes, I just happened to see that troll. I'll try to peek at the chat more frequently. But yes, it's kind of funny. That was very random. But yeah, the artwork's beautiful. The cards, again, they've got some unique cards. Let's see. Let me give you some info. I don't know these as well as Hunter off the top of my head, where I'm like, yes, and this does this and this does that and stuff, because I'm not the person that gives you the rules. I'm just like the touchy-feely, this is how I enjoyed playing it kind of person. So when it comes to my reviews, I'm probably not as lucid as Hunter is with those. But let's see. For example, the stuff like the warfare, you use those to collect the little fighters. And you can go and colonize planets, or you can just take over militarily. There's a couple ways you can do things. You can produce resources. And again, you also have, when you go to survey, you're drawing cards, but over time you may not want to do that because that action can limit you too. So you have to ditch cards, and there's where I think it's research, isn't it? Remove up to 2 cards, yeah. So you have different actions, and once you run out of a certain number of these cards, then the game's over. I really enjoy that. It just seems like it's not anything that's like brain melting. It's not anything that's going to stand out as a revolutionary game, but I think that it's just really fun to play. I enjoy the space theme, and the abilities are a little bit unique in that regard, so pretty fun game. But yeah, tell me, I want to hear what you guys, I saw some of you said you've played it. James, you haven't played it before. Oh, Kabuki, you haven't played it either? Let's see. Peter's played it. Let's see. Clank, yes. Clank is really good. I saw Peter was talking about Clank's a good game for deck building. Yes. We were doing a random review, though, for tonight, but Clank is indeed one of our new fun toys to play with, and that one is definitely a good deck builder. In fact, I need to play that again soon when Hunter gets back so we can play with that. Yes, thanks for my... the backer name planets. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, some of the screening, some of them are not like super duper or anything, but you're right, yeah. But some of the art is, I think they did pretty decent job, but you're right, it's not anything that's going to blow your mind, so that's true. But anyway, that's a Minute Domain. Let's see, this was a Kickstarter? Oh, okay. See, and that's another thing. I'm really bad about knowing which ones are Kickstarters. I don't think we originally... I don't know. I'll have to ask Hunter if we originally backed that or not. I don't know if he's out or not. Out and about. We may have an extra troll on the channel if he appears, but... Anywho. So, that in short is our random review. There we go. A whole mess of cards. Makes me happy. My space games. So, let's see. What else do we have here? We are... Oh, I have a question for you guys while we're chatting and goofing around too. So, how many of you host a game day, whether it's regular or not, but how many of you host it, and how much thought do you put into hosting it? And when I ask that, I mean a couple of different things. Do you have a theme to your games, or do you all just kind of randomly pick the games when you show up? What about food? Do you randomly pick food? Yeah, I'm curious about that. What do you do at your place to host game days? Do you throw a lot of effort into it or not, and why? I'm curious about that, because now we haven't been able to much at all. Actually, I don't think we haven't hosted anything since I started working. We just haven't had a chance because we haven't been able to throw much effort into, well, getting the house clean, let alone like hosting something. But when we try to do it, we usually have like a list of games that we get from our group, and we kind of all collaborate on games we want to play, because we kind of know like what kind of mechanisms people seem to prefer and things like that, because most of the people we have with us are people that have been playing for a while. So when we pick something like that, we try to pick games that we know that they're going to like and don't usually push the envelope too much. But is that something that you do? Yes. And I see randomly pick food. See, we have like favorite go-to game foods and stuff. So I'm curious about that. Toddlers do take up a lot of time. And that's something I'm curious about too. Like what you guys do with Munchkins. Do you have a bunch of parent gamers, or do you have mostly gamers that don't have family? Do you have psychotic dogs that throw stuffed toys at you? Because we do. And I think she may do so in a minute, because she's crazy. That's cool. A lot of you seem like it's kind of, from what you guys are saying, it's not anything like super planned out. I was curious, because it does take a lot more work to organize like a theme or something. And it also depends on your collection too. But I was just curious if you did that, because I've been kind of like throwing around ideas about when I finally get back and actually host a game day. I think it'd be fun. Like Hunter and I have talked about having just social deduction game day, or having, picking a theme Because sometimes it's kind of fun to do, like, say, silly dexterity games day, or I don't know. It just kind of depends on what your collection is. So, let me see. You guys have already put some stuff here. We have friends over, Peter says, and basic games and foods, and yeah, yes, especially if it's toddler stuff. It's really nice to have adult conversation. It doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal, but when you finally do have kids, and oh my goodness, yeah, adult conversation's great. That's awesome. Yeah, Kabuki, and that's nice. Yeah, if you've got the same game group, you guys all know the drill, right? It's really easy to plan your parties because you already know what everybody likes and everything. So it's like, okay, I'll just pick what you like and go with it. So, oh, that's cool. Gilgatex hosts a game night at their friendly local game store every week. Yeah, and it would be kind of hard to plan something if you're hosting it somewhere else. So, oh, James, that's so sad. Solo game day. Have to be careful with who you invite, he says, on your solo game day. That's true, but you can always throw the guy out. That's true. Ooh, Haba collection. Yes, that's good. Haba collection for kids. You know what? And that's something, too. I see some comments about, like, Peter, the toddler, helps roll the dice. Nessa did that so much. Oh, my gosh. She was our dice roller, or if she wanted to hold a card. Or if we didn't want any secrets kept, we'd let her do other things too. But usually it's, hey, what's that? In fact, her most famous moment, we were playing Werewolf, and we all had our heads down, and we were using the app for the caller. And apparently it was a time when the wolves were being called, and so their faces were the only ones that were up. And so Nessa walks into the room and goes, "Hi, Uncle Carl." So we knew who the wolf was because it was obviously the only person looking up. And busted him. That was pretty awesome. So yeah, the kids can make it very exciting to game with. Let's see here. Yep, kid games. Yep, been there, done that a lot. That's what we do too. Like, we usually let the kids do something on one end of the house while we're doing stuff, or since they like to, because sometimes they want to play, but a lot of times they want to play with their buddies. And so we usually put on, because they also love Minecraft, all of them and their friends, so we usually let them plug into Minecraft and they can play that game while we're playing our games. Because the games the kids play, well, no, it's starting to narrow down a little bit as everybody's matured, but yeah, the Haba games and the dexterity games are always a huge hit, and so that's kind of what we do too. Let's see here. I'm looking for... Oh, that's a good idea, letting the older kids play the... Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's some fun games like that in the card games. That's good stuff. I'm looking to see here. Ooh, okay, Gilgatex, you said you did an exploration sailing theme for Columbus Day. What games did you pick for that? I'm curious, because that sounds really interesting. I want to hear about that one. That's cool. Trying to think of what games we would have, like, Amerigo, Age of Empires. Yeah, I could think of wow. That's a fun theme. I like that idea. That'd be really cool. Now, that's something, too. Do you guys, since usually you guys that are on the chat and stuff are the ones that have the board game collections, are you the only one in your group that has the board games, or do you guys all bring your own board games? I'm curious about that, because we have a couple of people in our group that are starting to collect games and stuff now too, but usually we have most of the games. So, but sometimes here and there they'll buy different games that we haven't tried yet or something. But for the most part, we usually are the ones that have the games or bring the games or whatever. So I'm curious if you guys do the same thing. Let's see, escape room. Oh, you guys went through an escape room. So Peter, you went through and did the escape room. You said the papers were a little small? Like, are they... I haven't played any of those games yet, so I'm curious with what you did with that. And how many people can play that? I don't know that game very well, so I'm curious. I'll try to look for your answer here in a second. Oh, King of Tokyo is a good one. I just saw Peter's talking about that one too. That's a one for all ages. It's a good one. If you have families that are all playing together, those kinds of games are fantastic. Or Pitch Car. Tumbling Dice is a riot too. Gosh, yeah, those that you can put on almost any number of people and do silly stuff. If they're all a little bit older and can read and stuff, we really have gotten into that Say Anything Family Edition. That's been a blast. We've really enjoyed that one. We helped Nessa out with that a little bit, and sometimes her spelling can be exciting, but she just explains what she put on her card anyway, so that one's pretty fun. Oh, and Dixit. Yeah, that's a good one. We haven't talked about Dixit in a while. That's a good one. That's a fantastic group game because anybody can play that, right? And it's not a language barrier game because it has no words on it. That's a really fun one. Yes, Outfoxed is really fun. Peter, you guys should do that. That's a really fun game. And the adults don't mind playing it either because it's kind of fun to watch everybody learning how to deduce where the culprit is. It's pretty fun. Let's see. No, we haven't tried Arcadia Quest yet, David. Hunter got that, what did we get that? A day or two before he left. And we didn't, I don't even know, did we play a game before he left? We played some games on Tabletop Day, but it was just family games because we were playing with the grandparents and our girls. So we were playing, all of a sudden I just blanked on what we played. Oh, we played Say Anything Family Edition and some other kid game. All of a sudden my brain just went, bleh. But tacos and pizza and stuff, yeah. Dean, yes, we have played Jamaica and Pursuit of Happiness a lot, and we love them. In fact, Jamaica is one of our go-to games for our board game group when we finally get together again because everybody loves having the battles and stuff and the pirate fights. Yeah, I find that I saw, oh no, it jumped. Oh, why did it do that? I tend to have, let's see. You guys were talking about, let's see here. The game, the people, the games, game group people, usually you're the one that has the games. I noticed that too, Troll, that a lot of times people start getting hooked on the games, and you're right, we end up gifting them a game or something, and pretty soon they start collecting them too, so it's kind of cool. Amerigo, I can't talk. Oracle of Delphi. Oh, okay. Oh, Peter. Sorry, I'm trying to take the comments in order as they go, guys, so if it takes me a second to get back to you, I promise it's not the, ADD, it's I'm going through what you guys have put. So, Peter, you're talking about Pursuit of Happiness would be interesting. What was it that your wife did not like about the Game of Life? Because that game is basically roll and move. And Pursuit of Happiness has that same, you're going through your life feel. But other than that, honestly, it's such a completely different game because it's worker placement, right? And you're actually picking and choosing your cards and managing resources. And there was a lot more involved with it than that actual game. So I would see what she didn't like about life before you dismiss Pursuit of Happiness in that case, because it might be something that you really want. Let's see. Sailing Exploration. Merchants and Marauders. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Merchants and Marauders is a great game for sailing exploration. I love it. Let's see. Oh, that's cool, Dean, that you guys do that. He mentions that everyone in his group has board games, but we usually just play the games that whoever's house that they're at. And that's pretty awesome. That works really well, because then no one's having to cart games back and forth or anything. That's pretty cool. I like that. Ooh, Survive, Escape from Atlantis. Sorrow of the Seas. Oh, I haven't played that yet. You had some fun games there, Gilgatex, on your exploration games. That's pretty awesome. Merchants and Marauders, Survive. Cool. What a great theme. I love that. Oh, Dean, I think you're going to love, Pursuit of Happiness. You'll have fun with that. And Jamaica's a blast. Oh my gosh. both of those games I just love. For those of you that haven't played Jamaica, it's a pirate game, and it's kind of a racing game, but you're using cards and resources and stuff for movement, and you're rolling dice, but you also have to have the resources to pay for things, because certain squares are going to cost you food or whatever, and you have to have them, or else your ship ends up having to move back to the next space that it can afford to pay. And if you land on the same space as another ship, you have like a battle, and if you defeat the other player, you get to take something out of their hold. So if they have a whole stack of gold, you can take whatever's in that hold. It's fantastic. It's so much fun, and you can always there are a few cards and different things you can do to kind of mitigate it. And of course, you're rolling dice to do the battle, so whoever rolls the highest is going to win. And there's a burst on the dice, so if you get that, you automatically win. A lot of fun stuff going on with that. And if you luck out and kind of pace yourself right, you can land exactly on these little islands that have treasure chests there, and you can get all sorts of little perks and bonuses and stuff. That's a fun game. It's a fun game. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, it totally jumped again. This is me. I tried to go down and scroll down a little bit, and it went crazy. Yeah, Jamaica is a really beautiful game. Ooh, Food Chain Magnate for new peeps? Ooh, I don't know. Sounds like a heavy game. Oh, it's not a hard game to learn, Kabuki says. Just would be an insta loss for newbies. Oh, so it's one of those games that if you don't know haven't played it before and don't know the tactics, then anybody that's played it before could get you pretty good. But that game looks like a lot of fun. And as much as Jason talks about it on the Dice Tower, I really want to try that game at some point. That looks really good. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Ooh, hidden movement games. I haven't played very many hidden movement games. Our most infamous one, of course, is the Vampire Radar one. I'm trying to think of what else. We don't really have very many. I'm sure if Hunter's on there, he'd be like, yes, we do, and tell me, and I'm forgetting one, but I like them. We just don't happen to have very many of them. They're pretty fun. Because, of course, I mean, started out like when I was a kid, you know, everybody played Battleship, right? And we had a blast playing that game. So I've always kind of enjoyed those. But you're right, we don't really have very many, but they are really fun. Oh, hi, Carrie. I didn't realize that was your sign on. Hunter's always on the chat. You guys know everybody. That's too funny. Thanks, James. Yes, I love dice. But I actually love the dice in Jamaica because the randomness makes that game so much fun. Let's see here. Only 100 times you play. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think I might have caught up with you guys on the chat thing. That's pretty funny. So, awesome. Well, hey, fun. Thanks, guys. I was curious about how you all do game days because sometimes, it's fun when we're doing reviews or talks about stuff. I don't know always where everybody's coming from. And so it kind of puts it in perspective that if you have the same kind of situation or setup like we do, it might help us guide like what kind of reviews we want to focus on and things like that. Trying to think if there was anything else before. I'll try to save. I'll see how hectic it is. My game plan is I don't know that I'm going to be able to do Thursday or Friday yet. I'm going to have to see. There's a lot of stuff going on this week, so we'll have to see what I can do. But I know I'll definitely try again next week because I really enjoyed this. It worked pretty well, I think. Let's see. Oh, Tommy says zombie theme, and then you can have a brain-shaped red velvet cake. I like the way you think. That's pretty good. I like that. I'm trying to think if we have very many zombie games. Because after a while, we usually play them. One of our friends had some zombie games, but I don't think... We really don't. Because after a while, we were like zombie schmomby. That and then Cthulhu, after a while, we kind of got worn out on. So we don't have very many of those games. But let's see here. Oh, that's cool. Carrie, or Gilgatex, for you guys, Carrie says that when he plans a game day at his house, it's typically because you want to play a specific game. That's true. We've done that before, too. Where it's like we have a new game we're really excited about. We've done that with several of our social deduction games and our group games like that. We're like, okay, we've got to have like Spyfall. When Spyfall came out, oh my gosh, we had to have a game day for Spyfall. That's like one of Hunter's favorite games now too. Orleans. You just bought that. David just got Orleans. Everyone seems to love it. Do you think it lives up to the hype or easy to teach people? Oh my goodness. Well, I personally, it's one of my favorite games. I absolutely love the bag building in that. For teaching people, it depends. If they play board games and they've done worker placement games before, then yes, I would say that's fairly easy to teach. It's for anyone that hasn't done that, though, it'd be pretty complicated. But I think, oh my gosh, that game is pretty addictive. It's pretty fun. And I think part of it is because all of the meeples are different colors, so you got everything that's kind of color-coded, right? And you do this work to get extra meeples. You get a certain number of meeples each turn, and then you're throwing them in a bag, and you're randomly pulling them out, and the ones that you pull out of the bag are the ones you get to work with to build your resources to get more meeples or whatever resources and things you want to get. I love that game. I love that game so much. And, gosh, I don't know. But, I would see what level a gamer, like, board game-wise, like, how much they've played before teaching them that one. It's so much fun. Kabuki says it's not that hard to teach. So, there you go. Let's see. Oh my goodness, last time you did a game, you did a 6-player Eclipse. Oh my goodness. That would be a pretty long game, depending on how many people were playing that one. Captain Sonar. David just got Captain Sonar. Oh my gosh, if you have 8 people, yes, we would play that every day. That game is insanely funny. Battleship on steroids. Can we quote you on that, David? Because that is so true. That is amazing. That game is so much fun. That was one of those that we played at the marathon, and honestly now I'm like, I wanted to play it like 4 more times and try all the different roles. It's amazing. It's so addictive. But yeah, I think it'd be best if you have 8 people. 5.5 hours? Woo! That is a long time to play for Eclipse. Oh my goodness. Wow. I bet that was an awesome game though. Hopefully. That is awesome. Well, does anybody have any other questions or comments? I hate to, but I'm probably going to have to start winding down soon. And close up. And if you have something that topic-wise you want to run through for the next time we get online, let me know too, because I'm all over that. I'll probably do another random review, just completely random. We'll just pick numbers and go. Trying to see what else is on there. I guess had some good ones. 7-player game of Scythe. Started at 9 p.m., finished at 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. We played... Oh, wow. I'm trying to think... Was our 7-player or 6-player? I think we played 6-player. I'm trying to remember now. And gosh, yeah, it took a long time to play that game. But boy, it's fun. I love Scythe. Nice, Tommy. He asked if it was a solar or lunar eclipse for that game. Har, har, har. Oh, hello, Brett. Show us the cat. The cat is hyper and ran off. I don't know where he's at. I'm surprised he didn't come flying across the table. Oh, goodness. No, thanks you guys for joining in on the conversation and everything. It was really fun. It's kind of weird getting used to chatting straight at you without having side commentary, so hopefully I wasn't like incredibly awkward this evening trying to chat with you guys, because this is a completely different experience than doing a show or a talk or whatever and then interacting. Like making this the interaction is a little bit different, so hopefully I didn't miss anybody's comments and stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, that was fun. Did anybody have any other theme ideas or anything? I have something else that I thought might be kind of fun to chat about for next time, plus a random review. But if you have anything else, I'll give you a minute before we go. Oh, I found the dog. Come here, lady. Come here. Come here. It's not the cat, but you can see the dog. Here's my pitiful dog. This one misses daddy. She mopes around. No more than the usual. That works. That works. We'll do the usual banter. You guys are a blast as always. But no, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. It's fun. It's really awesome to interact with you guys. No, seriously, I really enjoy it. I hope that at some point I get to, if I haven't already, get to meet all of you because it's been really fun. We get some good ideas off of you guys too. So, all right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and shut down for the night. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully I'll try to let you know. I'll try to post, like, as soon as I know for certain when I can do something, I'll schedule the event so you can see it come up and have plenty of time to plan since I'm kind of up in the air. But thanks again, and you all have a great evening. Take care.